Hi Gemini, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is your May 2022 weekly reading. I have for you in the present position, I have the Three of Coins in the reverse position, and I have the High Priestess in the upright position. Spirit, what's going on with Gemini and what do they need to know? What will motivate them? What will inspire them? What will help them in this reading? Please validate the reading in the present position. What's going on with Gemini with the Three of Coins in the reverse and the High Priestess in the upright position? Gemini, what it feels like is that I feel like you're doing a lot of soul searching in regards to how you want to put your time and energy into making money or your career or work. Or your emotions, right? This is a general reading, so apply it to where it makes sense. It feels like what you have been doing is building for the future, and it's not that it's not working, right? It's not that. It's just that, you know, when's it going to end kind of thing? When is it going to be built? And I feel like on an emotional level, it's you know, you're kind of tired of, I feel like you're tired of being alone here. For those of you that, you know, you can be with somebody or married or working in partnership with somebody and still feel like you're doing everything on your own. It feels like it takes a lot of strength to be in this situation that you're in, and it feels like it's a lot of your time and energy. And it feels as if it's not, even though there is a vision of what you want, a very clear vision, in fact, of what you want, it feels as if you have not been able to build what you want in the way that you want it. Something's not working right now, Gemini. Something's not working within you. Because we've got the High Priestess here, right? So we've got the Three of Coins in the reverse and the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is basically, you know, it's not, you know, you're not using your head in regards to, you're not using your head in regards to the present energy, what you're putting your time and energy into. It's what you're feeling about it, and what you're feeling about it is, you know, I'm putting one foot in front of the other. I can see where I'm going. I can see what I want. I can see what I'm trying to build. But when's it going to actually happen? When's it going to be finished? When do I get and sit to enjoy it, right? So that's the energy around you. Now, I do want to point out, this has to do with those of you that are looking at a love situation as well, because Spirit is making me feel that. So even though I'm talking about it kind of like in a work situation or even business sense, I feel that about those of you that are looking at this reading and can apply that to love as well. Here in the Strength, we have the Empress in the upright, we have the Eight of Swords in the upright position, and we have the Palace of Swords. And so, Spirit, do you want to bring it forward? What's going on in Gemini's Strength position? It feels like, you know, it really does feel like, Gemini, that the strength is that, you know, you're a visionary and that you are able to look forward in your future and see what it is that you want. And this very much has to do with your environment. Again, people, place, work or thing, it doesn't really matter. But it feels as if where you are in your life is wanting something new, putting all this energy over a long period of time to create something new in your environment. And in some level, you've created it, right? Because the Palace of Swords is right here. And so there's an element of what you have done in your life to show that you may have walked away from something or changed something about your environment to create the life that you want. But what, you know, this is what the energy feels like. It feels, again, I keep getting this kind of feeling alone energy. So here in the Eight of Swords, it's kind of like the self-imposed prison, which is the mind getting the better of you, in that it's, you know, something that you're creating is not fulfilling. And if this is a relationship, meaning that you're engaging in the work and the effort in a relationship, but it is not producing the outcome that you want. If it's a work situation, a career situation, money situation, investment situation, it's the same thing. There's a feeling of not feeling fulfilled this week. And now remember, we are coming up, what month are we in? We're in May. So for many of you if you're a Gemini, well, it depends why you're looking at this reading, right? I don't know if you've got Gemini in your chart, or if you're a cross watcher, or if you're actually a Gemini. But for many of you, your birthday is coming up. And I don't look at sun, moon, rising and all of that. I'm not an astrologer. I look at the day you were born. So if you're a Gemini on the day that you are born, right, the actual date of birth, meaning that is your overall zodiac sign, then that's how I'm reading for you. And what it shows here, Gemini, is that it feels as if, because your birthday is coming up, it feels like there's some type of self-reflection in regards to your past and your future. Spirit is showing me crossroads. And here in the challenge position is that crossroads, right? It's the 10 of Wands, it's the 6 of Coins. Because what we have here is, again, you carrying this heavy burden of things that you've had to overcome, and challenges that you've been dealing with, and and trying to constantly balance out. For some of you, it's money. For some of you, it's career. For some of you, it's relationships. For some of you, it's family. It's all of that. It's keeping... Sorry, Gemini, I didn't mean to kick the camera there. For some of you, it is all of that, trying to keep everything in balance here. And the challenge is that I feel that you're hiding, for lack of a better word. I feel like you are not speaking about how stressful this is for you. Now, in the outcome energy, we move into an interesting space for you. What we have here is a Tower in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright, and we have the 8 of Cups in the upright position. So what it feels like is, as you were coming up to your birthday, what it feels like is you let go. And so what could be happening here is a process of letting go of a chapter of your life that you've been holding on to for a very, very long time. And the chapter, for some of you, has to do with kind of dreams of the past, has to do with what you expected of your life, but where you are today. And some of it has to do with relationships. And so I see here in the 8 of Cups, you beckoning your future. Gemini, there is something here that you want. And I feel for many of you, it's something that's tangible and you can go after. For some of you right here, it's most certainly a relationship. And this relationship, for many of you, exists. Meaning that this person is somebody that you know. I'm getting this kind of energy in your energy that many of you have experienced a lot of loss in your life, and in very significant loss, in meaning people passing away that are very significant to you. Spirit is telling me in the last 5 to 10 years. And for those of you that maybe have not lost anybody, you may think, well, 10 years is not a long time. Well, try losing somebody significant. 10 years feels like yesterday. So right here, and the Spirit wants me to clear that up. For some of you, this person is here, meaning that yes, there are burdens of the past, people that you were grieving for, people that you wish you had back in your energy, people that you want a second chance with, people, friends that have now left your life because they've passed on to the spirit world. And there's this feeling like people that you used to care about and rely upon are no longer here. People that offered you guidance, wisdom, laughter, joy, fun, they're no longer here. And that is for some of you. But Spirit is making very clear for most of you, there is people here, there is someone here that you can build with, and you can work, you know, because we've got the Eight of Coins energy as the overall energy, and it does feel like working on relationships, working on continuing to work on something, rejuvenating the energy that you have on what you've been working on long term, but building relationships that you already have, that already exist. Spirit makes me feel is what's important. Yes, you've lost people from the past, and no, you cannot replace them. No, it will never be the same. Yes, there's a lot of hurt and pain here. And yes, there's kind of like this feeling of, for some of you, regret. For some of you, it's just kind of like really, you know, when you grieve somebody or you grieve something from the past and you're unable to let it go, it could even be a trauma. It could be even something that you wanted to let go of. So let's say a divorce, where, you know, you were terribly unhappy in the life you were building in that marriage, but just feeling so unhappy that you had to walk away from it, or it was destroyed, you destroyed it, or it just came to an end, but still missing it, right? Because it gave you an anchor. And so there's a feeling in this reading here that there are new things for you. There are new things in your environment. You can access your environment. You can access the people that already exist in your environment and develop those relationships. Because I do feel so strongly here in the Queen of Wands as somebody that you're passionate about. And for some of you, this has to do with something work related. For others of you, it has to do with a friend. Some of you, it has to do with somebody that you've left behind in the past that is a good person, but they're in the past. It doesn't feel like you're communicating with them. But Spirit shows me here, if you want to balance out your energy in your environment, take what's in your environment and begin to make it your own. Begin to make it home. Spirit is making me feel that you feel very detached from the environment that you live in, that you have not made it home. It does not feel like the way that you want it to feel, you know. And Spirit makes me feel here that even though you may have changed up your environment in many ways to try and make it feel like home, Spirit makes me feel that you have not bought into it. And so it doesn't matter what you do around you, it's your heart that has to open up and realize that home is where the heart is. So open up your heart, open up. If you haven't done anything in your environment to make it home now, okay? Plant your roots, build the relationships that are there, that do exist. Because Spirit makes me feel here that you're beckoning new people, you know, you're beckoning this kind of new relationship, new friendships, new partnerships, new work, whatever it is to come in. But it doesn't matter what's new that comes in, that feeling is not going to go away. What you have to do is open up your heart to the people and the places and the things that already exist within you, within your environment, and build happiness into those relationships. Focus on the laughter and the joy, and what you want to receive, you have to give. And Spirit makes me feel there is some healing that needs to take place in a couple of relationships, and are coming together in and not necessarily saying sorry from either side, but just re-engaging and letting bygones be bygones, letting things be in the past. And then just kind of as if nothing has happened, which is a little bit weird to say, but as if nothing has happened, balance out the energy in the relationships and what you're seeking by giving towards it. And you'll be surprised at how, if this has to do with a person, how it will be received. If it has to do with a career, also you will see how it will be received, because you're giving of it willingly. You're giving of it without an expectation of anything in return. This has to do with you and your soul and where you are in your mind and in your life. And so it has to do with just giving and not receiving anything in return, only because the expectation has been, I feel like you've been very, very open, Gemini. But on an unconscious level, there is an expectation that things will happen in a certain way. And whether you're aware of that or not, it's there. And so just giving without any type of, and I feel like this is what you do, this is where the confusion may be in the reading as I'm saying this, is that you do give with an open heart. You do give without expectation. But I have to say, Gemini, in the reading, it shows that unconsciously there is an expectation, right? Because if you're giving to a career, the outcome is something is going to give back to you. If you're giving to a relationship, you want it to be reciprocated. If you have lost in love, if you're building a new environment, the expectation is that environment is going to be warm and welcoming. So whether you're aware of it or not, there is absolutely an expectation. So I do feel here in the Eight of Coins energy that I feel like somebody is open to you returning, family, friend, person, thing, maybe even an ex. And I don't mean in the, if this has to do with an ex that you're thinking about that had, I feel like there's some, again, there's a lack of balance here. I feel like you want an apology. You feel that you deserve an apology, but this is not what this is about. You still may get an apology, but this is about kind of reaching out and acknowledging the way that you feel, that you still have feelings for somebody, and there's unfinished, the feeling could be, they owe me an apology, right? So there's no forgiveness there. And so, just opening the door and saying, what's up, how are you, will change things without an expectation of an apology or forgiveness, because sometimes you have to open the door to something and you have to make things easy for the other person to come back, to turn around and say, hey, I wish this didn't work out the way that it did, and rebuild a friendship, rebuild what you guys had in common, and then later on forgiveness and healing can take place. So I do feel that there's joy in this reading, but I feel here for now there's contemplation and maybe a shift within your mind of how you're looking at things. There doesn't need to be a new beginning. I didn't talk about the Tower card, but there doesn't need to be a new beginning. And I think as I've done this reading, that's kind of what Spirit is saying. Gemini, that is your reading. I hope it helped. Please like, subscribe, share the video. Please also be aware that, there's about 600,000 videos being released every hour on YouTube. And one of the reasons that you may not be seeing my videos come up is because I know that people that I'm subscribed to, their videos are not coming up. It's because there are so many videos being released. It's really important that you engage the channel, subscribe. Please leave a comment. I always read the comments. Please like the video. That also helps. It helps YouTube, the algorithm in YouTube, to see that people want to see the station. And so they will help promote the station if you engage it. Thank you, Gemini, everybody, for your support in watching these readings, and check back with me next week and we'll see how things change up in this energy. You take care, Gemini, and I hope this reading was helpful.